Okay guys, in today's video, we're going to build a beautiful all-white gaming computer for some lucky kid for Christmas. Today we're going to start off with the Thermaltake T100, powered by AMD's Ryzen 5900X 12-core 24-thread. Well, it needs a video card, so we're going to go with the SteelSeries 8GB overclock edition. And this is the AMD Ryzen RX 7600. Now, white video cards are kind of rare, so this one had to be searched out. For gaming RAM, we're going to go with Thermaltake's Pinnacle series, mainly because it's really cool looking. The cooling will be brought to us by being a ITX system, the Thermaltake 120mm AIO. Storage will be provided by the boot drive, a black edition WD 500 gigs, and a Thermaltake 2 terabyte NVMe. Motherboard will be the Aorus by Gigabyte B550i Pro AX. And you can never power your computer without, of course, a Be Quiet power supply, and this is the Pure Power 12 modular 1000 watt. And for added cooling, because now we are going to take away a fan on the CPU with an AIO, we are going to add Cooler Master's SickleFlow 120 ARGB white fans. Okay guys, so we're going to start off, of course, by setting up the motherboard, getting it ready to get into the case. I already took it out of the box. So I have to install two NVMe's, the CPU and the RAM. As you can see here, this is a pretty nice little board. I love this board. I use it myself. I have a couple machines that are sporting it. But anyway, we have a NVMe here and an NVMe here, and that's what we're going to put them in. So again, the top one is going to be that 500 gig WD drive. I love that heatsink on this thing. Plus, there's a heatsink under that as well. So that's pretty cool. So you have a heatsink that heat sinks this. So it gives it that extra cooling. So we're going to peel this off. Okay, so now we're going to flip the board. And we're going to put the NVMe in here. And that is our data drive. Or we'll call it gaming drive. And guys, you got to remember, you don't need the best of the best when it comes to your gaming drive. You just need a good drive. It looks like that screw and this were stuck pretty good. So it took the whole thing out. And that is what having trusty tools are for. So if you guys don't know, this is actually a tool from when it's a caster racing wrench. And those of you that watch me that race, you guys know the tools or the idea of the tools. Well, that tool, and this is what a number 5, actually is the same size as the piece that motherboards use. And when you're buying an ITX board, guys, think about what you're going to put in it. If you're going to use just solid state and you want it to just be NVMe, well, 2 is max, but I have some high-end boards out there that don't even have 2. It just has 1. And I was going to use one for a build because it was the same brand as the video card we picked up, but and it had Thunderbolt. Like, the board's rated really high, but only 1 NVMe was a downer, a very big downer. Okay, so now we're going to go straight to the CPU. And of course, when you're putting your CPU in, you'll see the arrow. I think the camera can see that. Yeah. And that arrow goes over to this corner here, which basically has Ryzen. If you were looking at the board from the back down, Ryzen's facing the shroud. Now, never push your CPU in. It should just drop in. And if it doesn't drop in, check the pins. So now we have our CPU. We have our media, our SSDs. Let's get the RAM in, and this RAM is so I can't wait to see this RAM. This RAM is absolutely beautiful, absolutely beautiful. And I've used Thermaltake RAM before, but I've never used their gaming editions. And this is absolutely stunning looking. I can't wait to see it light up and see if it holds the same barrier. Okay guys, so now we're ready to mount the motherboard because our cooler can use these brackets, so they have an adaptation to do that and use just these brackets. So that's kind of neat, so I don't need to worry about changing the backplate. And what you'll mostly find too is that AMD, even if you remove these for the cooler, usually the backplate that's already supplied is used. Usually the ones in the bag are for Intel. So okay guys, I just wanted to show you guys, I had to pull this completely apart, and that involves taking the screws out for the top bezel. As you can see, bezel's right here. It's a big mess. The glass is over there. Don't look at the other mess. And the motherboard is now mounted. Now I'm only going to do updates like this because I just want to get it built. It needs to be done by tomorrow. And I just want to have quick looks at what it's like to build in this case. And so far, it was a bit of work getting everything off, but it looks like it might be a really nice computer. Okay, here's a short video of things that are going on right now. Don't look at the mess because I still got to... Yeah, wire management's going to be fun. One thing I did here too was there's 2 fans now on the AIO. I don't know if I mentioned that earlier, but your rad is in between here, which is right here, and this is pulling cool or warm air through the rad, and then this is exhausting the air to help it. Being a higher end CPU, I figured I'd go with a push-pull cooling solution, and it seems to be doing very well even under stress tests. Then I put another fan right here on the deck. Right, that's moving air all the way up through, giving some extra airflow across the motherboard. Then we have your video card, and there will be another fan back here, but again, this is a work in progress. I may be calling it a night and doing it in the morning. It's a lot of work now, I'm tired. But yeah, there you go.